Week three, man, was kind of rough for me. Just this in games, some games I actually threw away on my own, unnecessary shit, really. Um, but we back, no excuses. We would recap the week two, and then I'm gonna do the good. What's good? Absolution. What's good? So yeah, we're gonna do the week two recap. Um, Pretty good to be back. We had some very good games week two. We'll do our incentive check, see if we have any issues as we shouldn't. Duke and Ole Miss didn't play their game. Cool. All right. Um, I look into that. North Carolina, Miami. All right, so we'll look into all these games. All right, let's get right to the recap. Game of the week for week two was Colorado and Texas A&M. It was a very, very good football game. Um, Really, just it came down to one possession. I do hate that I left and then had to come back because I had my recruits. Right now, I'm playing with scrubs, honestly. Turnovers was 3-6. He turned the ball over 6 times and still won the game. Walker White, 246, 2 TDs. His quarterback threw five. I just don't understand how I allowed him to turn the ball over that amount of times and still get away with the dub. That's just my fault, honestly. It has nothing to do with anything he did. It really just came down to my lack of play, man. It just wasn't right. So we'll take a Colorado.
Yeah, thank you for having me, Stephen A. This is one of those games that came down to execution, battle of inches, battle of yards, battle of time of possession, battle of penalties. The penalties called back, run called back, touchdown called back, deep pass from Colorado called back on a man downfield. It was a lot of things going on out there on the field. A lot of things that made it very interesting. Kick return. Ooh, awesome job for the young kickoff return on Colorado. Uh, Man, can take it to the house any given, I feel like you said, you gave the game away. We lost the turnover battle. We lost the fumble early on. It was devastating. Had six turnovers total. Five interceptions, one fumble loss. I feel like there was defense involved. It's just that the offense stuck with it and overcame the defensive moments because both teams had some brilliant interception moments, some brilliant sacks, and some coverages. It was a lot going on out there. We actually at one point took out a star corner to put in a guy with higher press to make you guess a little bit on certain passing plays and then take them out, and don't do that on certain passing plays, making you kind of comfortable with certain receivers. It was definitely a chess game going on out there. Both quarterbacks stuck in there and did their job. I was surprised that I actually had more passing yards than you. And because it looked like you were passing really good out there, but it seemed like you only had 246. I had a lot of passing yards, 397. I also threw 5 interceptions, but it shows the confidence that we have in Brady Hart. And you saw it too. He threw some dots. He threw some interesting passes. One that you tried to challenge, there was like, wow, like you saw that and couldn't even believe it. You know what I'm saying? It was so he has his moments. He definitely has an arm. But I think some of them interceptions was on me, some of them was on him, but we're going to keep moving forward from week to week and trying to get them better. The young man safeties came through with interceptions and, safety. Let's not forget him, Mr. Rojas. Mr. Rojas had, 2 interceptions and 2 touchdowns along with some big key down the field, breakup attempts. So hell of a game, man. If y'all missed that, y'all should go back and watch that, man, because, it's a lot of, defense, a lot of tails, and a lot of stuff going on in that game, man. That was awesome. It was a fun game, man. Down to the wire as always. Thank you for having me, man, and good luck for the rest of the season. And hopefully we'll see that rematch in the playoffs. Peace.
Yeah, very, very good game. I'm not going to spoil the week three matchup against Bama. That was another classic game we played. We definitely have a lot of potential with this team. if we keep building our team, I think we'll be a team to beat. We just got to get the right guys in. We're playing a lot of close games with a bunch of scrubs. I mean, we really don't have the players we want right now. But it was a very, very good football game. Texas A&M played very good strategy. He spoke about our inability to have the most passing yards. That's a surprise that you guys know I love the pass. I'm a pass first, set up the run guy. But Texas A&M played great. They did enough in that game to put themselves in position to win. And so congratulations to Texas A&M. Again, this was a very close game. I mean, it was 10-13 in the first half. Um, let's see. So let's take a listen. So we know we didn't interview neither one of those guys. But as we see, it was 27-20. Texas was able to score 7 points in the third quarter. They got outscored 10-7. Turnovers was 0-0, so neither side really turned the ball over. 232, 1 TD, 216, 0 TDs. A lot of rushing right here by Rodney Hart. Oregon didn't run the ball too well. Receivers definitely played pretty well. I mean, they made plays when needed. Um, we had 2 sacks, one half and half, so you count them two as a sack. And then Oregon had 2 sacks. So it was a very close game. Neither side really was overpowering the other person. I'm very, very impressed with Uso Ryder, his ability to make that a game, with him being an unranked opponent as well. That's what you expect from a top 20 team as far as Texas go. Michigan and TCU, another one of those high scoring games. I'm sure Michigan was very pleased with what they were able to get from their Michigan offense. Um, that was Evan. He just outscored his opponent for the most part. TCU did speak out after the game, after the loss. And so let's take a listen to hear what he had to say about his team losing, unfortunately, 9-52.
Well, Jamie read our press clippings thinking we would get there since we were in the top 25 for the first time since I taken over. Um, I'll put it all me most. We didn't look at the film correctly because we didn't know this guy was that dangerous. That's on me. Gotta pay more attention to the tape. Um, we have to go back to the lab, recharge, and get ready for our next game, which gets a sub level. I think we got Georgia coming up in a few weeks, so I want to get us back to where we can compete against Georgia in a few weeks. And our defense is rated high, so we just got to get it together. We will. I'm still excited about this team. It's a long season to make a big impact in the Big 12. Thank you for.
Yeah, so that's very good right there. TCU mentioned something that we want to do as well. We want to at least compete. We don't have the best team as of right now, but we don't want these teams to come in and just roll over us. And so I'm sure TCU is going to do their best to fix that. It's not good to get blown out. You want to still compete. LSU won a very likable matchup against Northwest, well expected. We will see what he does when he play against the big dogs. Oklahoma also had a very likable game against Southeast, 52-10. Penn State beat Syracuse 70-0. UCLA beat Hawaii 42-14. South Carolina beat Southeast 64-3. SMU beat Vanderbilt 51-6. User, this was a very surprising matchup right here. Nebraska pretty much rolled over Tennessee. I thought it would have been a little bit closer, but they pretty much rolled over Tennessee. So let's take a listen to hear what Nebraska had to say, and then I think we had Tennessee as well.
We had a game plan to deal with the high-powered Tennessee offense, and it worked to perfection. Felt comfortable dropping 7 each time. Our D-line outpowered their O-line, and after suffocating the run game early in the first and second quarter, we were able to just kind of guess pass and ride with the bunches the rest of the way. Having DJ Pickett on the outside guarding their primary threats, and then Paul Wall shutting down their speedy slot receiver really helped shut down their offense as a whole, making guys go to their third and fourth read when they want to hammer those primary receivers. It's a good way to beat a lot of people. Offensively this year, we're without Dylan Raiola for the first time, so we're not going to be able to do a lot of those bootlegs, play action passes that we did. We have to be a lot more traditional and pro style, and it's a role that I'm comfortable with. Daniel Kalen has a great arm. Doesn't have the mobility of Raiola, but you can see a lot of flashes of the arm talent. So far this year, he has 12 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, and Frankie Freeman, transfer we got from Penn State. I believe those were the 2 rushers that both got over 150. But we can't look down upon Clyde Eddy, who has been sitting on the bench for 2 years. He took a massive jump this offseason, became our power back. So 3-headed rushing attack is back. And while the receivers might not have the best game statistically, it's definitely the best receiving core I've had so far. Tanner Church is a 90. We picked up Dalen Singleton from Amfish and SMU. As you said, he knows how to recruit, and his guys are always developed great. So we knew we got a gem there. And Lincoln Cure, our tight end's up to a 90 overall in his senior year, and he is a magnet who catches everything. I'm really excited to see where the direction of the team goes. We got a tough non-conference game next week against Florida and J Money. First-time matchup, so we'll see how it goes. Thank you.
Yeah, that's a lot of good stuff right there coming from Nebraska. Complete different team, and I agree with him. They can't do a lot of the rollouts and boots, things that we're used to seeing, but usually Absolution put his guys in position to win regardless of who it is. And that's one of the things that I like about Absolution. You can tell he has a history of knowing some things about football because he's winning in 2 leagues, Madden and college. Moving on, we had Georgia defeat FCS Southeast 84-0. Florida State beat Houston 49-17. We went over the game of the week. Washington beat Auburn 63-10. USC beat East Carolina 42-14. User Arizona State and Ohio State 41-10. Very surprised in this one, as Arizona State usually play a lot of very close games. Let's see. Okay, so I didn't reach out to Arizona State. Let's see if we reached out to Ohio State. Try to give some of these guys a break in between each week. So we didn't get a chance to interview him neither. But as we see, 41-10, complete domination, 24-0 in the first half. Second half, he outscored him 17-10. Turnovers, 0-3. He also played a very clean game. Ohio State I'm very surprised. They didn't have a lot of passing yards in this one. So yeah, they got everything done on the ground. Sam Williams Dixon, he had 297 yards, 4 TDs. He ran the ball 30 times. Corey Smith, 53 yards, 1 TD. Receivers didn't do it too much for Arizona State, nor did Ohio State. It just came down to a lot of running in this one, and Ohio State was able to get the job done. I hate those type of games. Those games painful. But my opponent loves to run the ball. That's a way to stop me right there. Notre Dame beat Fresno State 35-14. Florida beat Cal 32-10. So we didn't have Duke and Ole Miss matchup, so we couldn't get their interview. Taking a look at the college football top 25, you got Florida State, LSU, Georgia, South Carolina, Nebraska, Bama, Michigan, USC, Clemson, and Notre Dame, Washington, Ohio State, UCLA, Duke, Texas, Texas A&M, SMU, Penn State, Missouri, BYU, Memphis, Arizona State, West Virginia, Tennessee, and Baylor. Texas A&M still remains 16, Texas 15, Florida State, LSU still remains top two. Nebraska is in the top five. I love the fact that South Carolina has moved to number 4. Alabama escaped a very, very big game against us this week 3. Taking a look at the players of the week. It's too early to look at standings right now. Tarvis Alford, 10 tackles, 2 tackles for a loss, 3 interceptions, 1 pass breakup, and 1 TD. Then you have Quentin. Let me move back to the left side. Quentin had 8 carries, 29 rushing yards, 3.6 average, 1 rushing TD, 7 receptions, 127 receiving yards, 18.1 average, and 3 receiving touchdowns. Taking a look at the Heisman, see if anything has changed. Everything pretty much stays the same for Colorado. Quentin Gibson, he's been playing very good football, catching passes out the backfield and running. Then you have Sam Williams-Dixon. He's moved up in votes. Chauncey Bowens moved up in votes. Penn State, Quentin Martin Jr. moved up in votes, and Jeff Overton. No, everybody pretty much received some green arrow votes except Quentin Gibson. Taking a look at the recruiting, see if anything has changed. Top classes. Notre Dame, LSU, Texas A&M, Nebraska, and Miami, top 5. Nothing really changed. We went over these picks last week, and we just see a few guys sign some 4 stars. USC signed a 4-star kid, Marcus Buxby. He beat out UCLA, Texas. Of the week we have right now, South Carolina, LSU. I'm going South Carolina. I just don't think LSU can win the big games. I just don't see it happening. Georgia and Texas A&M. I want to take Texas A&M, but Texas A&M struggled. So if you look at strength of schedule, they played against USC. They lost to USC. They just about escaped an upset against Colorado, in a unranked opponent. And now you have Georgia, a ranked 3 football team. I just feel like Georgia is going to be a little too much for Texas A&M. So I'm going to go Georgia just based off of strength of schedule. Ohio State and Duke. I'm going to take Ohio State. Duke won a free one against Ole Miss, and so they're going to have to play this game. So I think Ohio State is going to get it done. And then USC and Baylor. I want to say that it's a computer game, so I feel like USC will get the job done. We'll take a quick look at these stats, see if anything's changed, and then we'll get up out of here. Taking a look at the national stats right now. Morris Montgomery is on top right now with yardage. And then you have Elijah Thomas, Rich Beelan. Gideon Davidson, he has 6 total TDs. He's up right now. Maxwell Woods. Sam Williams-Dixon, who's also a front runner as far as the Heisman go. Wide receivers, right now you have Alfonso Wayne. I think I also seen his name up there in Heisman race. Josiah Booker. Nate Bromell. So it's a lot of computer teams with guys. As far as stat leaders go, defense not really too much. Who's up in interceptions? Yeah, you got some computer teams, but you do have a user team right here. Tarvis Alfred. He has 3 total interceptions. Been playing pretty good. 10 tackles. He have 8 tackle assists. He's played 2 games this far, so I think that's something you definitely want to see. Speaking of kick return, we should have a guy up top. We don't as of right now, but as we can see, Okay, we do. We do. We have the most yardage. Christian McGee, and then you have Early Newsom. So it's some pretty good stats right here for kick return. Punt return. Right now, you got Emeka, Madden, Stewart, Dion. You got some very good special team numbers as well. Just keeping you guys up to date with our week 2 recap. As you guys can see, we did lose to Bama 35-31, a top 10 football team at home. I literally gave that game away, like literally. You guys will hear about that in our week 3 recap.